Hello Dividend Impera fans, here's Cam, and I would like to give you a few words about upcoming update and changes to Squalor, Banditry, Sanitation, Plagues and Scouting. So from the top, Squalor. Some of you had an issue with how big the penalties are on higher level buildings, so you'll be happy to hear that as of next update, higher level buildings will have Squalor lowered. So instead of it, we are putting a bit more management into Banditry and Sanitation, as these penalties on the other hand will be increased. So hopefully both of these new systems will be a bit more of a concern for a player, but hopefully they will also spice up late game. And with Sanitation, I would like to give few words about Plagues. At the moment, game has two systems for Plagues: random Plagues and Plagues caused by low sanitation. We are removing random Plagues. Now, before you will raise your pitchforks, hear me out. Random Plagues sound good on paper, but in actual game, they often not work as intended. Have you had a situation where your army was locked in a plague for 20 turns? Well, I had in my media campaign. It was really fun to just see same army being hit by a plague and a plague and a plague turn after turn. And I've heard a lot of you had similar stories. And the worst part about this was that outside of being unavoidable because it's random, it would just stop happening after like 30-40 turns into your campaign. After this, there was no issue with plagues. So now we are actually putting bigger emphasis on sanitation. So if there will be a plague, it will be only caused by low sanitation. Something that player can manage, but at the same time something that will be a bit more difficult to manage as of next update. And last thing I would like to mention is campaign scouting. And what does it do? Well, you might be surprised that as of next update, all units have campaign stealth attributes to it. Why? Well, basically what it does is that campaign stealth makes units invisible on campaign map. And by that I mean if you click on an enemy army, you will just see question marks on their unit cards. You won't be able to tell if they are elite units or just levy units. But here is where our brave scout comes into play. Scouting will be much more important now. If you will try to see what forces are up against you, you will have to send scout. Also, there are some abilities that increase spotting range for armies, for buildings. So hopefully this now will be a bit more interesting for you to use, because before, honestly, I would say there was no point in scouting or increasing spotting range for your characters, because you will see everything anyway. Now, yeah, as long as you have spy, you are good to go. You might not even feel a difference, but without scout, well, good luck. This is all. I'd like to thank you all for being so long with us, supporting us for so many years. Of course, we still have more updates to go, and I would also like to announce that we will soon release our open beta. This time it will also be released on Steam Workshop, so all of you who are not into Total War Center when we usually held our betas, you'll be able to test it right before we will roll all of those changes to main mod. Thanks for listening.